What is up, Bears fans, and as always, welcome back to the Bear Review. The offseason buzz is still heating up, and the big question on everyone's mind has been, what are the Bears going to do at running back? Honestly, I don't want to talk about that today. What I want to talk about is just how Chicago is going to revamp its pass rush unit after the NFL draft. Today, I'm going to zero in on three top edge rushers still available on the free agent market, in Von Miller, Za'Darius Smith, and Preston Smith, all who could bring a game-changing edge to the Bears' defense. So stick around, because I'm breaking down why I personally believe Von Miller might just be that guy to elevate Chicago's pass rush to a new level. However, I will break down all three players in terms of their recent history and advanced pass rush metrics, and let you guys decide in the comments. Is Von the right guy, or do you think one of the other two is? So let's jump on in. First, let's talk about who these guys are. Now, Von Miller has had a storied NFL career spanning over 13 seasons, primarily with the Denver Broncos, with stints with the Los Angeles Rams and Buffalo Bills. He's a two-time Super Bowl champion, including Super Bowl 50 MVP. With 8 Pro Bowl appearances and 3 first-team All-Pro selections, Miller is widely regarded as one of the elite pass rushers of his generation. Moving over to Za'Darius Smith, he's played around 10 seasons in the NFL too. Played for teams like the Baltimore Ravens, Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings, and Detroit Lions. While he hasn't won a Super Bowl, he does have 3 Pro Bowls to his name, and Smith has also been a constant double-digit sack threat with 69 career sacks and a reputation for reliability and high-impact plays. Last on our list is Preston Smith. He also has 10 NFL seasons under his belt, playing for the Washington Commanders, Green Bay Packers, and most recently Pittsburgh Steelers. He's accumulated over 70 sacks in his career and has been a solid contributor, but as you can see, he's never really elevated to that elite status some top-tier pass rushers reach. So first off, from a historical perspective, Miller's pedigree and championship experience brings an elite level of proven impact to the Bears. Now let's take a bit of a closer look at their recent production. Now Von Miller, despite only playing 25% of the Buffalo Bills' defensive snaps recently, still recorded 6 sacks, while maintaining an extremely high pressure rate of 17.9%. Last season, he had 17 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, and 35 total pressures, to go along with a sack rate of 3.1%, highest of the group here. Over the last few seasons, Miller maintained consistently impactful stats with over 129.5 career sacks and 446 solo tackles. Moving over to Za'Darius Smith, he racked up 9 sacks last season. He also brought along a reputation of a 19.1% pass rush win rate with the Cleveland Browns and a 17.8% win rate with the Detroit Lions, ranking him among the top 15 in terms of edge rushers. He also had 35 total tackles, with 10 quarterback hits and 9 tackles for a loss to go along with 60 total pressures. He also came in second in our sack rate percentage at 2.2%. He also didn't shy away with his pressure rate, a very respectable 14.9% in those games, showing he can have a sustained pass rush effectiveness over the course of the season. Again, rounding out our trio is none other than Preston Smith. Now, Smith remained productive in his last year, with 4.5 sacks and 32 tackles to go along with 5 tackles for a loss and 22 total pressures. He had the lowest sack rate of the group at 1.9% and a below-average quarterback pressure rate of 9.1% in his last season, while his overall pass rush win rate percentage hovered at about 14% throughout the year. He ended up having a total pass rush win rate of 8.2%, both in Green Bay and again in Pittsburgh after his trade, which is respectable, but below the elite tier. Jumping into some more advanced metrics, this is where the real edge comes in, comparing their efficiency at pressuring the quarterback. Starting off with Von, Miller's numbers were impressive. With only 195 pass rushes on the year, he still featured a pressure rate fluctuating between 16.1% up to an elite 25.5% for recent stretches. His pass rush win rate percentage topped out at 20.9% at points last season, ending at a very good 18.4% on the year. What really jumps off the table for me is being 36 years old and still having the speed that Von has. Let me tell you, it jumps off the charts. He had a blazing get off at 0.69 seconds. His time to pressure last season was 2.71 seconds, and his time to sack was 3.77 seconds. I honestly can't stress enough, guys, how this kind of speed could help the Bears pass rush really get to opposing quarterbacks. We have a lot of power in Montez Sweat and Dio Dangbo, but what we're really lacking is that speed off the edge. We don't know what Austin Booker can give us just yet, and Dominique Robinson is a complete waste of time. As I said earlier, Von only had about 195 pass rushes this year. That's the lowest of the 3 I'm talking about today. However, I feel the Bears aren't looking for a starting defensive end at this point, but someone who could come in and be a situational pass rusher and bring some speed when they kick Dio inside. And that's exactly what Von brings to the table. But I still want to give you guys a look at the other 2 members on our list here. So with over 402 pass rushes last season, Za'Darius Smith boasted an exceptional pass rush win rate at around 19.1% with the Browns and 17.8% with the Lions. His pressure rates were about 15 to 20%, ranking him among the top edge rushers, but slightly behind Miller's recent peak efficiency. Smith had strong pressure totals and has been a reliable, disruptive force. He does, however, fall behind Miller when it comes to both speed off the line, his being 0.89 seconds, time to pressure at 3.13 seconds, and time to sack at 4.98 seconds. While still a great player at 32, I personally feel Dennis Allen should look to diversify the weapons he has on his defensive line and bring in a more true speed rusher. Now let's look at the other Smith on our list, Preston Smith. He had solid, but not elite advanced numbers. Over 241 total pass rushes, his pass rush win rate declined slightly from 14% all the way down to 8.2% in both Green Bay and Pittsburgh. His pressure rate, like I said earlier, was below average at 9.1% and sorely trails both Miller and Smith's higher disruption rates. He also brought decent speed off the line at 0.85 seconds, but his time to pressure was still 3.36 seconds, and his time to sack was 3.98 seconds. So in terms of pass rush disruption and speed of pressure, Miller remains among the very top, especially considering his reduced snap count. So I want to talk about one really exciting aspect of the Bears actually bringing in Von Miller, and something that the other two don't bring to the table. I'll give you some historical context to it all. And that's reuniting him with defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, the man who was instrumental in drafting Miller with the second overall pick in 2011, when he was Denver's defensive coordinator. This previous relationship gives the Bears a significant advantage over the other two. Dennis Allen was instrumental in Miller's early development, guiding him during his rookie season, where Miller earned Defensive Rookie of the Year honors with 11.5 sacks, and became one of the most promising young pass rushers in NFL history. Their shared history means Allen deeply understands Miller's strengths, weaknesses, and playing style, allowing for optimized usage of Miller's skill set in Chicago's defensive schemes. Additionally, Allen has extensive coaching experience, having turned around defenses like the New Orleans Saints from poor units into top-tier groups, focusing on versatility and disruption, traits that fit Miller's game very well. Allen's knowledge of Miller's capability and how to deploy him effectively could maximize Miller's impact, even with a limited snap count due to age and his injury history. This reunion is expected to boost Miller's performance by rekindling a trusted professional repertoire, facilitating communication and leveraging past success to inspire leadership within the Bears' defense. It also allows Allen to craft schemes that capitalize on Miller's quick pressures and veteran savvy, potentially creating favorable matchups against opposing offensive lines. Overall, the Miller-Allen reunion offers the Bears a unique edge, combining elite talent with tailored coaching that could elevate the defense beyond what either might achieve alone. In all comparison, za'darius Smith and Preston Smith are solid, but lack Miller's combination of elite efficiency, leadership, and playoff success. Also, the Bears' current roster does not really boast a player of Miller's unique impact profile, making him a valuable acquisition. Now, while this video is more geared towards a statistical comparison, more so than a financial one in nature, I do want to touch quickly on the monetary side of things. Von, while being 36, won't require as big a financial investment as, say, za'darius Smith, which makes the move a tad more enticing, since the Bears are looking for someone more to complement the existing group versus bringing in someone as a starter, which is more what za'darius would be. While I'm not sold on Preston Smith, and that stems from when Smith told media he was not comfortable in his new role as defensive end in Green Bay, and quickly requested a trade. So why would he want to go back to a 4-3 defense? So there you have it, Bears fans. I feel the Bears signing Von Miller over za'darius Smith or Preston Smith is a strategic move that blends championship pedigree, elite pass rush efficiency, and a perfect fit alongside the current defensive line, as well as the unique advantage of reuniting Miller with Dennis Allen, the man who helped shape his illustrious career. Miller, while 36 years old, still has that disruptive magic, and Chicago stands to benefit big time from his presence. So what do you guys think? Is Von Miller the missing piece of the Bears' pass rush puzzle? Or is it za'darius or Preston Smith? Or is it even someone I didn't even mention? So drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Bears content moving forward. And as always, bear down.